School board races usually don't gain national attention, but these races have been heating up over the past 2 years as parents speak up and take back their child's education. Joining us now to talk about school board races to watch is President of Parents Defending Education, Nicole Neily. Welcome, Nicole. Great to have you. We know parental rights are a huge topic at school board meetings. Let's talk about the school board races you're keeping a close eye on today as voters do head to the polls, starting with Loudoun County Public Schools in Northern Virginia, a hotly contested race. So who are the candidates and what issues are important to parents in this district?
Sure. So Loudoun's interesting because it's regional. And so there are 2 seats that are up, and there are 3 candidates for each seat. And let's remember, this is actually a special election, so this is only a 1-year term. Next year, all candidates, the entire school board is up. And so I think a lot of people see this kind of as laying the groundwork for a big sweep in 2023. There is one incumbent that is running in the Broad Run district. He's running against a Republican candidate and a Democrat candidate. The Democrat actually was out campaigning with the First Lady last night. And so really staking his ground out. He's a 22-year-old. A lot of people are deeply uncomfortable with that. And then to the other seat, yeah, it's a 3-way. And so I think the fact that this is being driven by a very hotly contested congressional race in that district between Hung Kao and incumbent Jennifer Wexton is something that, the school board might not necessarily be a bellwether, but I know activists in that area are definitely planning for a lot of action in 2023.
Yeah. So. A big one to watch there. And another big one is in Dearborn, Michigan. There are 2 school board seats open currently. Last month, parents chanted, "Vote them out," as they exited a school board meeting. And this district's had a number of issues. The board temporarily even removed 7 books from circulation after parents sounded the alarm that the books included inappropriate content. So tell us more about the race here and what's at stake.
Sure. So Dearborn, Michigan, 6 candidates running for 2 seats, 2 incumbents who are running for re-election. This is a largely Muslim district. And as you said, there have been massive protests over content of issues, the porn books, things like that, and that families are really upset about. And so what I like about Dearborn is it really kind of goes against the grain that this is just a white conservative, mom issue, that this shows that parental engagement cross-cuts across, cultures, parents. There are a lot of Muslim dads who are out. And so this is something else where I think it really shows parental engagement transcends political and racial lines.
Right. And 4 candidates are seeking to fill 2 seats on the Baltimore City Public School Board. The board currently entangled in a lawsuit involving wasted tax dollars, failing to provide an adequate education for students. We've heard a lot about this. The pressure is on for this race. So tell us about these candidates. And who do you expect to be seated on the school board in this race?
Yeah, this one is interesting because Baltimore, as you said, has had a number of scandals. I mean, the fact that they have had thousands of students who had failed and had their grades changed. I mean, they're embroiled in a massive high-profile civil rights lawsuit alleging that the district has denied students a basic public education. Literacy rates, proficiency rates in that district are abysmal. There is essentially a generation of children in Baltimore who are unable to function in society because they cannot read or write. And so high stakes in this one for sure. The 4 candidates who are running, it is an open race. One of them is a current educator, one is a former educator. One of them is running on a very equity and justice, breaking the school to prison pipeline. And so this, certainly will break, I guess, left for all intents and purposes. But it is something where, these children deserve better. And so we'll definitely be keeping an eye on this one as well.
And then 2 other big ones that have garnered national attention, and that is Escambia County School District in Florida and Gorham School District in Maine. Tell us about the candidates in these races and what are parents battling here?
Sure. So in Florida, what's been happening is this is where a number of books have been removed at the impetus of the community because they felt that they were age inappropriate. And so this is kind of the white hot epicenter of where, people have alleged that this is book banning. And, is it banning or is it actually just we're going to decide and pick and choose what children have access to and are things age appropriate? And so I think high stakes there because the incumbent is someone that has said, we think that the community should be involved. And then there are people who have, accused him of ignoring and denying students access to books. And same thing going on in Maine. And so I think, again, these are 2 districts where we're seeing the cultural issues come home to roost. Parents who want to be involved and then board members who may or may not agree with that. In Gorham, the board did not feel that books should be removed. And so parents are upset about that.
President of Parents Defending Education. It's going to be an interesting night. Nicole Neily, we appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.